Sorry, I know it's right before the game.
No, it's all good. What's up?
Okay, so here's the deal really quick. We've got a bunch of people in the audience that we paid to take video of you and put it up on social.
Take video of me for what?
Okay, so here's the pitch. Totally don't have to do it if you don't want to.
It's easy.
But all you would have to do is put on this hat, make a half-court shot during the shoot-around. We'll put it up on social, and you get paid. Easy money.
I get paid to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just make a half-court shot in the hat. You get paid.
Half court.
Yeah.
For you guys, I'll do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me the hat. Let's do this.
In the hat, half court.
My guy.
Got you.
All right, good
All
game.
right.
Good game. Love that dude.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the Bulls in Chicago. Looking at the last game for the Bulls, it was a win against the Hornets at Spectrum Center. Feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. Night after night, we're seeing the scoring prowess of Che. Has a string of 30-point games coming in. Kenny, do you think he can keep it up?
I think he can. He's been able to keep his focus throughout. I mean, how could you not believe in Che at this point, Ernie?
Honestly, guys, no surprise to see Shea hitting 30 night after night. Take it from me, somebody who averaged 30 a night back in 2000 without the free throws. Tough thing to do, but Shea can do it.
Did you call him Shea? His name is Che. What are you, Chak?
Oh, I thought it was Shea.
Che.
Che.
Che. Like
almost saying chair.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Che.
Yeah.
Thanks. Didn't know. I thought it was Shea.
Chak. Here's
We'll
Kevin
be right
Harlan.
back.
Che.
The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Harrell, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Carter out there with D. And it's Valentine in at the 3, the small forward. And Smitty, once again, teams are switching defensively more than ever. As a side benefit, does that help defenders, you think, preserve some energy and some stamina for the game?
Yeah, I think it does, Kevin. I really think if you have the personnel to be able to switch. Some teams don't, and I think they're copycat leagues. And you see the championship level teams switching, so you think you can. There are some teams, they just got to flat out come out and trap, rotate, and understand, give up shots to guys that you don't shoot a high percentage and live with that, because sometimes, especially big guys, they put them on an island, and it's just not fair.
Good point. Pass to Leonard. A fadeaway, and the basket is good.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best. We're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
That's interesting, David. Thanks. The team believing, Greg, its success is tied specifically to how well they shoot.
And how do you set that up? Run the plays the way they were designed and just share the basketball.
And also try to get out and run, get some open looks from distance before the defense can set up.
Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Now, Valentine. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Here's D. That shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen. Well, last season, a season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season, and they did have a change of head coaches. Not the results many hoped for going into the year.
Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continued to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? The rebuild continues on.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the rejection by Harrell. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
I will say I like the aggressiveness, but you hurt your team making poor decisions, and that was one of them.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
That's good from Harrell. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
With the shot, and there's George. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Back to White. Outside, Levine. Here's D, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. D's got 10.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
The pass to Harrell. Back to George. Outside Leonard. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by D. D's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Great D that time from Harrell. Clippers trail by 4. Inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Leonard's got his second bucket.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Outside, Levine. D, covered by Morris. 2 points, that one goes. And that's 12 points for D.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
George finds Morris. George against Levine. Passes it to Harrell. Over Carter. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Carter. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Valentine. And Zedaransky subbed in for White. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamit's checked in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Jackson. Patterson can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 4. Porter passes to D. An easy 2 points on the layup. 14 points for him.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
So the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Hornets. Shamit with it. Six on the shot clock. From deep. Chicago grabs the miss. D's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low, and that one is stuffed right through.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Misses off the left iron. The Bulls leading by 8. That one goes in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Los Angeles has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Will it go? Got a piece of it. D. Patterson defending. Shot's good from D.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew that.
Here's Valentine. Outside Levine. Outside White. Carter outside. Feeds to Levine. Here's D. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 5 assists tonight.
Despite the shot-first mentality, Levine understands he also needs to facilitate for this offense to run well.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Harrell. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at point guard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris. The Bulls leading by 5.
And despite a fair amount of turnover, the Clippers have made the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years.
I am so surprised. When you lose Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan, you expect a complete rebuild. But the team stayed competitive throughout, and now they're well positioned into the future.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against the Hornets was tremendous. He scored 36 points, and as he always seems to do, held up rebound after rebound. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from George. Levine kicks to Valentine. Pass to Carter. Outside, Levine. From deep three-point range, Morris with the rebound. LA's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And that one's good. Leonard. 1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. And here's Levine. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte. To the middle. And Valentine with the basket on the assist by Levine. Valentine's got his second bucket of the game to go. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Jackson. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. Morris dishes to George. Free throw line jump shot, and he nails the jumper. George has got 11.
I love the confidence he's shooting with. Big improvement here in the second period.
Outside, White. Pass to Valentine. Carter with the bounce pass. D, covered by Morris. The shot's good from D.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And there's the pass to Harrell. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up, and it's Leonard missing. The Bulls leading by 4. The elbow, it's Valentine. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Carter. Murray comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. And then for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patterson in for Morris. Rocket 6, down low. No good from D.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. To the inside. Empty that time from Leonard. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they funnel people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
White and Levine team up in the backcourt. D out there with Carter, and it's Valentine in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Inside, you know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench. What do you like to see in a team's 6th man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a 6th man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
To the paint. That one, no good. Excellent D there from George. Inside, Morris. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Pass to D. Over in the corner, White. Over Morris. It's hauled in by George. George has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shot just don't go down.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
White right side, Leonard. Drains it from 17 feet out. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You have to give it up for Kawhi right now. He is wearing out the defense.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Carter finds Levine. D covered by Morris. It falls in 2 points from D.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
George passes to Harrell. The dish to Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Shoots the three. Again, Leonard missing.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Jackson against White. Here's D.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
For the Clippers, Andrew Shamet comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Jackson.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Leonard's got 24.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
To the inside. D covered by Morris. No good from D. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 1. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Patterson in for Marcus Morris. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Williams finds Zubac. There's Shamet. And again, no good by the Clippers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Outside Williams. And they get it. Chicago grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's D. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away. Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. D's got 40 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Clippers call time here. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers trail by 10. Lets it go from 14. And it's Shamet missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
The pass to Porter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. With his play, and Smitty, you just like when he's playing aggressively on the floor.
Yeah, it's something that his former coach, Scott Brooks, was always trying to promote to Porter. When he becomes more than just a catch-and-shoot threat, that's when his game is at its best.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Paul George is out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And Harrell's in at the center position. Williams scanning the floor. Morris outside. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. A three from Morris, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to D. And it's sent back by George.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke, fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
White the pass to D. Yes, that goes in. D's got 42 in the game. And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a 4.
Here's Levine, lays it up off the glass. Levine's got 7 points for the quarter.
I mean, both sides are really battling. Zach LaVine right in the middle of it, wanting to take charge.
And the Clippers call time here. Nice game, great performance by D.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. And see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Offensive rebound. No good from D.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Harrell finds Williams. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. No good there. And in Chicago the other way. Over in the corner, White. To the middle, and stolen by Harrell. George looking over the floor. Down low, here's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles. White the pass to D. Levine against George. Pass to D. And the rejection by Harrell. Floats one up. In deep. Leonard drops it in. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
I like the poise here from Leonard. Doesn't need to take it all the way, just drops it over the top.
The pass to D. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
And free throw good from D.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Teardrop shot. It's deflected to the inside. White, good. White's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
And hey, when you're a big shot maker in college, that often carries over to this level. Certainly as for White.
Hooked away, and the wide open shot for Morris. And he nails that one right through the net. Morris has got 5 points in the quarter. They double him with George to the middle. D passes to Valentine. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. Oh, wow. A huge basket to tie the game.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Here's Leonard. Got a hand on it. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Right the pass to D. Kick out to Levine. To the paint. D. Good.
Big time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 2. 17 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
But I'm curious to see, will they go for a 2 to tie or a 3 to win it all?
Now here's Leonard. D right on him. Over Valentine. Got it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
And so the timeout here by Jim Boylan. Levine inside the 3-point line. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Checked in for Chicago. And then for Los Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Harrell, and it's Williams in for Kawhi Leonard. Wright and Levine team up in the backcourt. T out there with Valentine, and it's Carter in at the 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the Clippers call time here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. We play just over a minute here in OT. Holman here now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Kawhi Leonard. David?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Clippers was able to update me on the situation. He told me that he suffered a sprained toe. He'll have to sit the rest of this one out, and it's unclear how much longer he'll be out afterwards. Kevin?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is all.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
And we're seeing that across all sports. Guys are just getting bigger, faster. The human body can take only so much.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
Pass to Valentine. Now here is Carter. He kicks it to White. Passes it to D. 6 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. D's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Williams against Levine. Knocked loose. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. On the wing, Williams lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by D. Chicago leading by 3. Here's White. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now, here's George. Guarded closely. Makes it off the glass. George has got 33.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Locked and loaded tonight. Whenever he's got any kind of a decent look, he's knocked it down.
He's been the reason they're in this position to win this game. He's been consistent and reliable.
Excellent D there from D.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how. Woo! Love it, love it.
And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 assists.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Williams' shot is off. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Inside, it's stolen by Morris.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be. Game on the line. You need a guy who's willing to step up and deliver that sweet loop.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 4. 8 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Zach LaVine has all the physical tools and a skill set with an incredible high ceiling. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 6. 6 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What do you think, guys?
They need a quick basket here.
Not only do they need a bucket, they need a 3 just to give them any chance at all.
They get it back. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Hey, man, Kenny here. Great win for your team tonight. But be honest, you had to be a little worried when it went into OT.
I like to say we never lost confidence, but we made mistakes during regulation that we had to clean up, man. No pointing fingers at any one individual, but that's how we roll. But we know going into the extra period that we were gonna have to play our best ball and do it as a team.
Well, I'm the one who points fingers, but I'm not going to point them at you.
Hey, listen up. All right, game ball. Y'all know we don't do this every night, but when someone has an exceptional performance, we like to recognize it. So, Che, you put in work tonight, man.
Chill, man.
It's a great game.
That's what's
I
up,
appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys, man. Look, yo, let's keep doing what we're doing, all right? I appreciate that, man. Yeah. All right, Vinny, what you got for me?
Close game, Che. Why do you think you weren't able to put these guys away sooner?
I mean, Vinny, that's a good team over there, man. They move the ball, they play solid defense, and they've got a good coach. Plus, they play hard for each other. So, that's a tough combination, man.
No concern over how close you let them keep it?
How close? That's funny, man. Look, a win is a win, man. I'll take them however I can get them.
Hey, Che, you got a sec?
Ted, I got time for you, brother.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. You really had it going on out there tonight. What do you think kept you in the zone?
Hey, coach gave us a dope game plan, and we just went out there and executed. Sometimes it's simple as that, Ted.
Awesome. Thanks, Che. Always a pleasure.
All good. Hey, that story's coming along, Ted?
Absolutely. They should seal it.
Nice. Hey, my PR sent you some tickets, all right?
Thank you.